everyone, welcome to my channel, your place for news and gameplay. Some good, some bad, and let's be honest, likely some rage and tilting. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications. Today's episode, taking a look at some test server action, looking again at the Leech. I believe this is the third weekend now that we have been looking at the Leech. They've made a few changes. One of them is that the Leech is actually faster. I believe they've increased it to, I think it's 59 kilometers per hour. They've also increased the repulsion damage from 50% up to 65%, but also to counteract that, you can no longer repulse enemies through walls. They didn't mention anything about shields, so I think it'll still work through shields, but you cannot do it through structure. So let's take a quick look at my hangar, then we'll get into a couple games. So first off here, if we look at my first Leech, I'm running 4 igniters, anti-control, last stand thermonuclear reactor with a quantum radar, and my pilot. I am running. Now this is something I noticed about the Adrian pilot. Sometimes the unique skill would be cautioned out like this, indicating that it won't work, and sometimes it actually does. And it seems to be for the newer weapons, the Adrian's unique skill doesn't work. Or at least it says here that it doesn't work. Whether it's in the gameplay that it works or not, I'm not sure. But for instance, this particular bot here, I'm running igniters, which are the new version of the Ember for a medium slot. And it is saying here that it is not compatible. Anyways, regardless of that, I am running 2 healing on here because the test server over the last number of weeks, the healing modules do not work. Well, specifically the one that heals over time. So the regular mechanic, where it says the Leech repairs a portion of its maximum durability each second, does not seem to work. Now I want to keep testing this, but I also want to be able to have repair. So I also put the Wonder Worker on all my Leeches, so that at least if I activate my ability, it will actually heal some of my durability. I also put on here increased weapon damage, increased damage for the igniter, and I actually did it for every single one of my bots. Increased durability, increased speed. So it's pretty much standard across the board with what I have in all my Leeches. So if we look at the next Leech here, I'm running 4 ions. Again, anti-control, last stand thermonuclear reactor with a repair, the advanced repair unit. And again, see on this one, because the ion is an older weapon, the Adrian's mastery is enabled. But like in the other ones, I have the 2 healings on here. Increased damage from the ion, increased weapon damage, overall durability, and speed. Go to the next one. The next version of Leech, I'm running 4 pulsars, anti-control, last stand thermonuclear reactor, again with an advanced repair unit. And here, the Adrian's mastery, because the pulsar is a little bit of an older weapon, it is enabled. Again, 2 healing, increased weapon damage, increased durability, increased speed. Going here, I put in the Loki just because every single time I go in the test server, I always run into at least 1 or 2 people trying to run beacons with Lokis. And instead of actually letting or trying to have the match drag on a bit so people can actually properly test, they just kind of troll and want to go ahead and just cap as many beacons and end the battle as quickly as possible. So I put in a Loki just to try to counteract that. If somebody's going to run beacons, well, I'm going to run beacons right back. Put 3 halos on there, anti-control, last stand thermonuclear reactor with a quantum radar, because if I do find a Loki, I want to see if I can take the Loki out. And with the Adrian pilot here, again, increased damage. I have just the Loki repairs some of its durability over time. I have Roadhog and Adamant Roadhog, increased shot grouping, increased damage, and increased durability. Now, unfortunately, Loki does not have a healing ability that when you use the Loki's ability, it will heal a portion of its durability. So I have to try to rely on this repair over time, even though it's been broken for quite a number of weeks here in the test server. And finally, my last bot here, I put in the Aushun because I'm trying to, not just with the Loki, but I also want to see what other setups or bots can possibly counter the Leech. So I have on here 2 Avengers with anti-control, last stand thermonuclear reactor, running lockdown ammo. And I put in the special pilot, legendary pilot for the Aushun, which is Alika Temper. And so it does increase ability damage. Again, I have the 2 mechanic skills on here. Increased weapon damage, increased speed, durability, And I put on here all active modules on the Attribution recharge faster. So that is the look of my my hanger here. One thing I have noticed on the test server when it comes to Avengers, if you go back on the pilot here and you go and retrain one of these, and you go into the skill list, you go to the weapons, there is no skills for the Avengers. On the live server, you have the increase, like the kind of the shot grouping thing for Avengers, Punishers, or whatever. It's not there. There is no increased damage for Avengers. So there are some things that are lacking and missing in the test server that are on the live server. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into a couple of games that I've already played. And I want to apologize up front because the gameplay is not fantastic. The first game was a complete blowout. You'll see. It comes to a point where we basically were down 3 men right from the very beginning. And the last game was a bit better. It was a lot more drawn out, but I performed horribly. So don't expect any fantastic or awesome gameplay. It's just kind of mediocre, but we all have those days, right? So without any further ado, let's get into the action. All right, here we go. Domination, finally found a match. Let's start with the Leech running Pulsars and see what we can do. All right. Okay, let's go. And looks like we're already short one player who's not dropping in. Lovely. I don't know how well I'm going to do with this. I know the last couple of test servers I haven't been very good with this Leech thing. So let's hit him. Okay. I'm being leeched. So I want to hold off and not fire at the guy. And now I'm getting hit by Hydras. Yay. Yeah, see, I have healing skills on this bot, and it's not healing. I wish they would fix that. Alright, so we know it's still broken, so I thought okay, so yeah, so the Leech ability doesn't work through obstacles, as they said, so that's good. So I'm hitting this guy right here, just get back to cover. I don't have my Leech ability going yet. Just pewing him. So he's having Alguang up there, throwing his built-in Hydra, whatever you want to call it, those honing rockets. Now I'm getting completely wasted here. I'm not doing very well on this map. And looks like we're down 2 players now. Great. Holy jeez, ouch, that hurt. I'm going to hit. Oh, this is not going to be a good game. Down 2 players and they've already surrounded us. Well, I'll just try and make do with what I can, but all right, let's go with the Loki. I gotta try to get over there and at least do some damage. So we're down on beacon, so I get my increased speed. So I'm gonna try at least take it with Alguang if I can. We're in this corner, and I'm being leeched by that guy, but I'm just gonna shoot the Alguang. Okay, try and get around the structure, and I'm getting hit by a Raker. That's just... somebody's got Quantum Radar here and it's hitting me. Crap. So the Raker's down. I don't know if I can get this Leech. Probably not. Come on, come on. Oh, he's counter-healing. Oh, got him. Alright, and now I'm going to die. Okay, so at least I got a couple of them out of the way. Now let's try the Ions here. It's probably a mistake considering I have a lock-on for this and we're already surrounded on this platform. And they're 5-capping us, of course. God, this is a horrible game. Trying to... Come on. I wish I could leech him. Alright. Whatever. So he must be just behind structure, but I can't... He's not taking any damage from my ions on that Aoyun on the left there. So I'm being leeched by some guy over here. This guy coming around the corner. And, okay, oh, shoot. I thought his last hit was already activated. Well, I'm dead. Okay. Let's do the Aoyun. Let's fly up here, see if I can take somebody down. Maybe can we take him down? Oh, he's already been leeched. I can't shoot him. Let's go to this guy here. Unfortunately, yeah, the game's over with. Man, that was horrible. That was a horrible game. Let's see the tail of the tapes here. How we did or didn't do. Second place, and yeah, we were basically down 3 people. No wonder we got completely overrun. Maybe even 4. I don't know. It's, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to do another game. I used to do multiple games, but I usually only do one for a recording. Alright, so I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to come back when we find a match, because last time I had to wait 2 minutes to find a match. So I'll be back here in a second. Alright, we're back, and on Domination again in Dead City. Again, let's start with the Pulsar Leech, and see what we can do. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit better performance on my part. But I must admit, I still find the Leech confusing to run. I'm not getting the hang of it, and this is the 3rd week now on the test server, and maybe it's just not going to be a bot for me in the future. You know, everybody is not always good with every single bot in the game, so. Alright, we'll just go on up here. I could go down and get that beacon, but I wanted to see if I can somehow test the Leech ability. Alright, so I'm getting hit, and my target is getting damage from me getting hit by those Vipers. And I gotta drop down here. And I'm getting hit by Hydras, of course. Use my healing module, because as I saw in the last game, the healing skill over time doesn't work. Alright, so firing him triggers last stand, Attribution coming up and going to roast me here in a second. So I'm trying to counter heal a little bit, see if I can survive a little bit more, but oh crap, I'm getting leeched. Getting leeched. It's a double leech. Yeah, I just basically killed myself by shooting at him. Let me see here. Let's go with the Igniter this time around. Can I get this guy? Crap, I leeched him, but he went behind cover, and I don't have a shot on him now. Come on, trying to roast him. How the hell do you have that long of a last stand? The last stand's not supposed to stack. Whatever else. I lost my focus there. Crap. I just saw that Ares that had a last stand marker up to like 2/3 of his health. If he's stacking multiple last stands, it's not supposed to work that way. Last stands are not supposed to stack, at least from my understanding. Or maybe it does. Since I don't own them, I don't have like a maxed out last stand or anything, so I really don't know. Maybe that's something I should look at a little more before actually saying that you can't stack it. Maybe you can, and it just stacks the HP, but not the duration. Maybe that's how it works. Anyways, so in my Loki here, we had a 5 cap on them. I don't really want to grab any beacons. I want this to last a little longer. Since I've seen I'm not really very good with the Leech, I'm going to actually try and counter some Leeches and see how that works. Crap, going against an Ares. Yep, gotta run, he's got Quantum Radar. Nope, not good. Okay, so his ability went off, and let's at least get his last stand triggered. Okay, he's gonna turn around here, yeah, so now he sees me, and activate my ability, get the heck out of dodge here. Let's run away. I did my job, I activated his last stand, somebody else could finish him off. And I really wish those healing skills would work, because I really could use that on my Loki right now. And so we have an Algorn. Is he AFK? Oh no, he just activated his flight, so no, he's not AFK. We'll just kill him anyways. I don't like people sitting behind cover with Vortex. I gotta get rid of them. So what do we have up here? I think it was a Leech running Orphans. I'd stand a better shot if my bot was actually healing like it's supposed to. So let's just fire him some here, and gotta get ready to get out of dodge. I'm trying to activate his last stand before he turns and sees me. And why is he not taking any damage? He is not taking any damage. Oh, it's because he activated his Leech ability. I didn't see that. It wasn't really that well. The visual wasn't really there. You know, he What he had done is he activated his Leech ability, but because he didn't actually have a target, so he didn't glow a bright purple. It was just a really dull purple, and so it was kind of hard to notice. So that's what happened. That's why he wasn't taking any damage. See, this is what confuses me about this Leech. It's not visually evident exactly what's going on, and that's why I get so confused. So we have this guy coming in on the right hand side. I'm going to try and wait until he gets a little bit closer, then I'm going to fly up with the Aojun, with the Avenger, and see if I can take him out, because he doesn't have a last stand. So let's try to roast him, and he is not taking much damage. Oh crap, I have a Loki beside me. I'm dead. I am dead. I am so dead. Okay, come on. Oh, okay, the Loki just activated his stealth. Unfortunately, he got my last stand. I'm just going to stand here. You can come up to me as much as you want. Crap. Alright, so I only have the Leech now running the Ion. Unfortunately, it's not going to give me much of a chance against that Loki. I might have to chase the Loki around anyways, but I need a lockdown for these Ions, and there goes the Loki right there. Screw it, let's follow him. He's going to try and go get our home beacon. I really don't care if we lose a beacon or two now, because we are quite far ahead on the beacon bar. But if I see a Loki, I have to go after him, even if I don't have Quantum Radar. He will die at some point. He wasn't very high health. It's just it looks like the Aojun with the Viper beside me and myself, neither one of us have Quantum Radar. So I'm just going to sit here. He's going to sit here, and the match is going to be over with anyway. So there's not really much sense in doing anything else. And that's the game. Well, at least it was a bit of a better performance than that last horrible game. But I still didn't feel like I did very well in this game either. Alright, so let's look at the tail of tapes. So, a little bit better performance than the last one. Second place, 800,000 damage. 5 kills, 2 beacons. Not horrible. Anyways, so that was the second game there. Now I guess we'll just go on to my final thoughts. The Leech. You know, I really don't like it. I don't like the Leech. I don't like the concept. Initially I thought it was going to be okay. I don't even mind the fact that it has the 4 medium weapons. To me, maybe it's just my play style, but I just found it extremely confusing. You know, it's like the Ares, you know, don't shoot the purple shield. Well, they changed it visually here to be purple when you're actually leeching somebody. So again, don't shoot the purple. But the thing that's changed in this test server is you can activate your leech ability, but not have somebody in line of sight. And so what happens is you don't have that bright purple visual that you're physically leeching somebody. It's just that you've activated your leech ability, and you're not actually drawing energy or damage or whatever it is from the other player. So it's a really dull indicator when you use it and you're not actually physically leeching from another player. And so if I see an enemy and they've tried to leech on to one of my teammates and hasn't been able to do so because they're behind cover, that visual is so dull, you don't notice it. And therefore, I'm sitting here attacking the Leech. And although my teammate's behind cover, so he's not taking any damage, the Leech I'm shooting isn't taking any damage because he has 9% resistance, and the visual just isn't there for me to even notice it while I'm firing at him, and my bullets or whatever are hitting him and sparks are flying off. You just can't see it very well. I don't know really what Pixonic could do to change this. Maybe keep the bright purple the way it is, but maybe maybe it's a purple aura around the bot that's being leeched, and maybe like a bluish aura around the bot that is doing the leeching, that has activated its ability, or something. I don't know. But then if you try to do that, and you had 2 leeches leeching each other, then it would get really confusing. So I don't know. I just don't like the concept in general. I'm glad that they changed it so that you can actually use structure to your advantage. They didn't mention anything in the notes that the shields will block it. I think shields should still block it, just like your behind structure. You should be able to activate your shields in order to counteract this if you happen to be out in the open. Otherwise, shields are just going to be at some point just useless in the game altogether. And I'm not just talking about the Ares and the Greek bots Retribution shields. I'm talking about all shields. The Ansel shield, the Aegis shield, as well as the Retribution shield, or the Absorption shield. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. The Leech, I already know from playing these last 3 games, it's not a bot for me. I know it'll probably go in the live server at some point similar to this. Whether they tweak it or change the stats on it, well, we'll have to wait and see. But it's just its play style. I just find it too confusing for me to use. It's not every bot is for every player, and at least from this test server, I know this isn't a bot for me. Maybe over time I'll get better with it, playing the test servers, or maybe if I get access to it in skirmishes, and I might change my mind later on. But as of right now, this is not a bot I'm going to be going for. I'm a low pay grinder. I do pay a little bit, but I struggle for silver. I struggle for gold, and I have so many other things I want to upgrade and try to test out before I would even hazard trying to take this on. As for the Leech itself, I don't think they needed to go to 65% increase to the repulse ability. I think 50% was fine. I actually think the 90% reduction in damage is too much. The Ao Guang has a strong resistance to damage, and it's 80%. I think they should probably reduce it down to 80%. That's just my thoughts, though. But beyond that, the bot is okay. I'm sure in the hands of more skilled Champion League players running in squads, this will be a killer bot. Some people might even say it's OP in certain situations, and that might be the case. But I know for me, this is not a bot I personally plan to try to obtain anytime soon. So with that being said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Any ideas, please shoot them my way. And until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.